Try another. Okay, let's do something with rounding. Whoa, pause this for a minute. Okay, rounding numbers. What do we do when we're doing calculations? You end up with values on a calculator that have way too many digits to them, and you know they can't be right. So you have to figure out what the rules are for keeping track of the sig figs. Multiplication and division are our favorite because they aren't the most challenging, and we do a lot of that when we're talking about chemistry. The answer is never going to have more significant figures than either of the original numbers. So you take the original values, think hard. Let's see, this one has 3 because all 3 digits count. And this lower value in this division problem has 4 sig figs because there's a decimal. All the digits count, and it's 4. But you can't have more than either of the original numbers. So you punch it into a calculator, you get some value, and then you're going to round it to 3 sig figs. It's a wise thing to think about it before you write it down. Evaluate your calculator display. Even write down the calculator display and then reevaluate and determine what the right number of sig figs is going to be. Hardly ever do they come out with just exactly the number that you were hoping. If you're doing addition or subtraction, this is a little bit different, and it takes a lot more practice to get it, be careful with it and get it right, because we don't do these as often. The answer can't have more digits to the right of the decimal, than either of the original numbers. The best thing to do is to line it up on a grid and make all the decimals line up together as you're doing addition or subtraction, either one, and think in terms of which one has the most and fewest places after the decimal. The ones with the most, you won't see them in the answer. But all of these values have at least 2 after the decimal, so they're going to have an answer with 2 digits after the decimal in this particular example. All right, so 2 decimal places, 2 places after the decimal for a total of exactly 3 sig figs in this particular question. All right, now, if you're going to round off numbers, that's because those calculator displays have too much. And we're rounding it down to whatever it is the rules are for addition and subtraction or multiplication and divisions. So the first digit, if you remove it, that needs to be removed is going to be less than 5. You're just going to round it down and drop all the rest of the digits. So if 5.65425 was on your calculator display, but you don't need that many digits and you only want 3, you just look at it and say, oops, drop everything after the 5. We don't care what the rest of them are. We're just rounding down. If the first digit you remove is 5 or greater, you're going to round up. So in the case where we might have to round to 2 sig figs here, and the first digit after the first digit to be removed is 5 or greater, you'll round up. So in this case, you round to 5.7. If the first one you remove is 5 and there are more non-zero digits following, you still round up. So the first one we round is still 5 or greater, then we're going to round up and you get 5 as your last digit if that's what you're going to go to 4 digits in this particular answer, or 4 sig figs in this answer.